afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. You are very, very welcome on this weekly webinar. For those of you who are new, and we do seem to have a lot of new people on the call, this is the weekly pulse beat of Leo. This is a call that we've run now since we started in 2012, and every week, pretty much without fail. I think we missed one or two over the Christmas period one year, but even then we've done it on New Year's Eve, we've done it on Christmas Eve, we've done it on all sorts of public holidays in different cultures. Active in. So this is an important task, and if you consider 7 years of track record and 52 weeks a year, we're talking about over 350 broadcasts that we've done without fail, just to keep our field updated on what's going on and what have you. So the reason I explained that in some detail today is that we are having a bit of a moment. The stuff we're going to talk about today is just sort of the general update and some announcements, as you know, and if you're new on the call, then you're very, very welcome. You'll just have to pick things up as we go along. But we have just launched a 10-10-10 program that is kind of delivering everything we were hoping it would do and more. So that's quite cool. Now, we also have just one field event as a small example of things going on in the market. This is an event in China. There's loads of events like this in China, small groups in different cities and different provinces where people get together and they get education on Leo and the Leo business and e-learning and entrepreneurship trainings that we do, as well as our digital currency of Leo Coin, etc. So this was in Hengshui in China, and apparently in the Handan Library. There you go. For this one, this image is just the tip of the iceberg, really, because I'm very, very aware of some events happening in the Dubai region, for instance, where something like 250 leaders had training for 2.5 days, 3 days, and there's events like this happening in Africa and in Europe and in our French-speaking markets and all over the world, really. So the community that we're building is kind of everything, and the training and the kind of the support that leaders provide to the teams, that's kind of our secret weapon. Now, the incentive update, as you know, we gave the global markets a double RP incentive, and that does run out this coming Wednesday at 23:59 server time. So that means that today it's Monday afternoon or night in most places in the world. So that means that you've got all of Tuesday and all of Wednesday to maximize your benefit of this, and it's really nice to see how many markets are doing this, and especially some of our markets from the past are sort of waking up again, and it's just nice to see the level of sales now coming through. So that's kind of part of the overall environment that the 10-10-10 is creating. The strap line for 10-10-10 is a little bit cheesy maybe, but it's the experience exponential explosion, or 10 raised to the power of 3, which is a bit of a mouthful, but it means that 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30. That's arithmetic, and if you then instead do 10 times 10 times 10, you get a number that is 1,000. The difference between 30 and 1,000 is exponential. And that's the difference. And if we added another 10 there, it'd be 10,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000. And we launched the program last Thursday. This is the date when we said that this would go live, and we kind of had some teething issues. Obviously, this is quite complex, and there's a lot of interdependencies and a lot of connections to many parts of our system. But it's basically a standalone program, and I'm very, very proud to share with you on this call that we have recruited into the business on the 10-10-10 program, giving them e-learning as a gift into our business. We have recruited more people in a 4-day period, well, actually, in fact, a 3-day period, than the company has ever done. We are breaking records here, and I thank all of you who've been engaged with this for your patience. There's a couple of areas that are a little bit clunky, and I think that you can see almost daily updates and improvements to the thing, because you have to launch when you have to launch, and then you have to sort of manage and keep it moving, and keep developing it. But record-breaking new people coming into our business at the moment, which is exactly what we were hoping it was going to be. So the 10 points of the 10-10-10 program are on your screen now. This is an offer to people to join for free with an established value proposition of giving them product that we know has enormous value in the market. It's probably our biggest selling product, the Lion Code, and it's available in 20 different languages. And our members and our trainers, they know the power of this product, so they can sell it and they can talk about the benefits of that. So that's at the front end. If you join Leo, we'll give you this for free. Fine. Then if people then get involved with researching the company and getting into the reputation of what we're doing and what we're about, then that's kind of the second point. The third point is sign up 10 people, and for them each to get a £10 worth of product, and for you, once they've completed their KYC, you'll get £10 worth of Leo coin as a thank you for building the community. Now, this might not be great guns if you're a huge networker in our business, but if you're a brand new person in many of the markets that we're operating in, this is huge. So then the fourth point is to train your team, because you need to understand that there's no good just signing people up and then letting them sink or swim. You have to work with your people and get them to work out how to do this business. The business of direct selling is something that is something that when I joined in 1989, I probably spent my first year trying to work out what this industry was all about. Because we're a training company and because we're a long-term vision company and because we have a proper training ethos and we're trying to do good work, I think the new people coming into our business get better training than any other organization that's out there, because duplication is the key to this. It's no good just signing up 100 people yourself. I'd rather sign up 10 people and help them each sign up 10 people, because then you have something that goes to bigger numbers than you could ever manage yourself. Enthusiasm and drive, they earn these rewards, and that is the name of the game. Bronze to executive earns BP and RP on this as well. The KYC is integral. We don't want to give any rewards for people signing up cats or dogs. This is for people who can genuinely prove who they are and that they exist as people. That's the kind of the value that is what is rewarded. Then if they then start to build a team, and this is, as you can imagine, if we're doing record-breaking numbers, we're already seeing teams developing. How do I earn commissions becomes the question, and that is when you have to then help 2 people in your team purchase a proper product, if you like a proper product, but a Leo Causes product, or you yourself purchase a Leo Causes product. And then you're in the game, you're in the community, you've got hold of Leo coins, and if you want to get staking rewards, if you want to further the whole ecosystem of Leo coin, then you are one of our partners and welcome aboard. So these 10 points is not rocket science. There's a common sense approach to this that people seem to be understanding. Now, again, if we put any sort of numbers to this, it turns into extraordinary things. I know that I've spoken to leaders who are tasking their leaders with, well, your job is to put on 100,000 people with this. And with the initial surge that we're seeing here now, if that now compounds and goes forward, next Monday, we'll be talking about extraordinary things. Now, I don't want to give you the number of new people who've signed up, because we're sort of still in the early reporting stages here. But it's thousands and thousands, and I'll just leave it there. If this carries on and we get some duplication going, this turns into tens of thousands. If you consider that Leo has a member base of something like 500,000 signups, and a huge proportion, I surprised myself the other day, a huge proportion of those 500,000 people have done a KYC process. So these are real people. But in terms of active people, I've always said that you probably get a 10% numbers game going on. So if we have 500,000 sign up at any given moment, maybe 10% of those are active. Call that 50,000 people. And some people are more active than others, obviously, because this is direct selling that people fit alongside their normal day-to-day job or business or what they normally do. Everyone is busy, right? But if we have 50,000 people and we start to add on people the way that the 10-10-10 program is working, we are compounding our active member base in real time. This could go fast, people. So whatever numbers you put on that, if we have 10 new members and they're all, half of them are exposed to Discover Leo and sold responsibly what Leo is about by their sponsor or their sponsor's sponsor, then they can learn more about Leo. They can learn more about Leo Coin. They can learn more about Leo causes, the charity works that we do, the 3 school projects that we got running. Then out of those 5 people, maybe half of them do something and upgrade into a causes product. Maybe half of those get involved in one of the LMS offerings. So suddenly we go from 10 to 1, and we have a 10% conversion rate. By any stretch of the imagination, you can imagine that this turns into a very, very powerful machine. Because it's all benefit, it's all positive, it's all kind of something for work. You have to roll your sleeves up, you have to speak to people, you have to champion the cause. So step 1, step 2, and step 3, that's as simple as this program is. And it starts with the 10-10-10. Free membership, get something for free if you do some work and roll your sleeves up and do something. Now, some of our markets, this is not going to be the be-all and end-all. In some of our rich markets, then £10 is neither here nor there. But in some of our markets where there are 100 million people populations, 200 million people population, 1.4 billion people populations, this is huge. And then step 2 is become a team builder and become a fundraiser by purchasing a CDP, our causes product. Help a child and a community get a school so that they can enter formal education for the first time. Then, now you're sitting there with, and you have some Leo coin, and you have some, you're a participant, you're active, you're happy. You're asking the question to your upline: what can I do with these things? Well, you can get to the staking level. And where are the coins going to come from to get to that first wallet, that critical wallet balance to get a staking reward? Well, you can work it out yourself. We're seeing that the Leo coin prices on the external markets and the internal market are firming up. We are pooling and resourcing and pulling together so that we can generate a very positive market within 10 days from now. So that will be kind of interesting to see as well. So the effort, lever, and spark of this, in terms of starting an engine, you have to pull hard at a cord, you have to crank a wheel, you have to do something to go from standing still to something that is powerful. The effort is us working together as a team, and we have people all over the world from 50, 60, 70 markets. I haven't seen the analysis of where the 10-10-10 members are coming from, but they're coming from a cross-section of our business. And the effort is everyone working together and doing their bit. The lever that they're working is our products and our programs, and the spark is the Leo coin price. So it's kind of all there for the taking, really. Now, the Leo coin 3 is just in its final development stage, and we're looking to be able to sort of kind of totally migrate from the old Leo coin into the new Leo coin. And so that means that we'll be able to manage all of the withdrawals and all of the processes that are going on in our internal exchange, in our internal market. And that will come through in the next 2, maybe 3 days. So that's kind of where we are on that. So there's a lot of things going on, and we're doing some heavy lifting on the corporate and IT and operational side at the moment. And I have to tell you that the corporate team is the best corporate team I've ever worked with in my entire business life. And they are so stretched, and bless them. I thank you for you being patient with them, and sometimes you don't always get the answers that you want when you want them, but they're doing their level best, dealing with an absolute surge of growth there. And that is a wonderful problem to have, because people have said to me, but what if we add in 1 million members? What if we add in 2 million members? And I said, well, we will joyfully deal with those problems, because those are the sort of problems that we want to have. So let's think about this correctly. Now, Maldives is only 24 days left. I'm not quite sure if it's 24 or 26 days, because on the Chinese webinar I just did before, 26 days showing on the slide, but it doesn't matter. It's probably 24 days because that's a smaller number. There's only 149 rooms remaining. Now, when I say rooms, that's the room location of a single dedicated island to this incentive in 2020. That means for the first time, Leo is taking, and I say this with a bit of a smile, but we're taking an entire territory for Leo. And God willing, inshallah, and whatever you pray to, I think the universe is supporting us. We will have a phenomenal story to share, and a phenomenal story to celebrate, and a phenomenal story to be proud of what we made happen. By the time we're sitting in the Maldives, if our religious faith allows us to drink pina, then we will celebrate and we will be joyful together, because we have done something amazing. We have created one of the top tier digital currencies in the world, with a large and powerful and active community. That will be something to celebrate. Now, when I say 24 days, what you have to do is introduce a new person and help that person through sales of products get to the associate level. You can earn extra tickets and bring more guests. Full conditions and understanding of this thing can be gained at maldives2020.learnandknown.com, and check it out, because it is wonderful. I've been to the Maldives a couple of times, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful place, and you need to go there. So 149 days, help your team to get there, leverage a team effort, drive the 10-10-10, so that you start to get some upgrades and some volume going through there, and nothing is impossible in 24 days. So fundamentally, the call to action is very, very simple. Get going on the 10-10-10. Help your people, train your new people, make them see. People think that direct selling is about thinking with your wallet. They think it's about making money. There's terrible materialistic values around this industry. What this is really about is about lifting people up. The measure of success is how many people at the end of your day did you lift up from their present circumstances to a better circumstances. The measure is not how much money you're leaving behind on your deathbed. The measure is how many people did you help? How many people pray for you? How many people come to your funeral? How many people did you touch and inspire? That's what the 10-10-10 is about. Lift up these people who are coming in trying to find the light switch in LEA or indirect selling. Help them understand, help them and teach them, and do skills development with them, and build up their resilience, build up their competencies, build up their motivation, build up everything that they need to do to be successful in this industry, because it's not easy, it's not simple. It's simple, but it's not easy. And take advantage of the bronze, silver, gold. I'm quite surprised to see that that is still in place, because I thought that we were actually killing that, but that means that we are killing it very, very shortly, plus the double RP while it lasts. Qualify for the GIC 2020. Now, the reason that you can hear in my voice a fair amount of passion is because I have also been involved in quite a challenging journey. And quite a challenging thing of cleaning up some old mess and things, and it's looking like that is coming to a finish now, and that's quite joyful, obviously. So to that end, I'm going to do a special webinar this coming Sunday. The details to be confirmed, because I have to just make sure that we can schedule it at the right time so that the most people can participate. But I'm going to be giving you a story that will make the hairs stand up on your head. I will tell you a story that is somehow larger than life. I'm going to tell you a story that some parts of it you won't actually believe. There'll be a story about some I don't know, bad guys and good guys, and loyal people and disloyal people, and massive challenges and learnings that I've had from this journey, and a triumph at the end of it. And there's a reason that things happen the way they happen, when they happen. And sometimes you don't understand it. You have to live your life, and you have to live it forward, and you have to understand it backwards. I'm starting to see that what's happened is that we've been prepared for the next stage of our growth. And that's something that I'm going to have to leave you with a little bit mysteriously here on this call. But on Sunday, I would recommend that you plug as many people as possible into that call when you get the information about it. So this is Dan Anderson saying thank you very much indeed for your kind attention. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your commitment. When a ship is in a difficult time, just make sure that you help people sail the ship. Don't be that person who's drilling holes in it. Don't be that person who is sabotaging other people's efforts. This is the time to go forward with confidence, because we are just on the brink of the biggest growth that the company has ever seen. So thank you very much indeed for your kind attention. I salute you, and I recognize all of your contributions. I can't tell you how proud I am of what we've done together, but there's more to come as well. So thank you very much indeed. Dan Anderson, over and